Well, hello everybody and welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo, coming to you live each and every Thursday only here on YouTube. Want to welcome you all to the Thursday afternoon show this November 2nd, 2023, as we continue with the countdown, Times Square Records from July and August of 1962, and I opened up all my shows with an instrumental, and we opened up there. Actually, it was a request for listener Tom Shaughnessy. I said, it's not an upbeat record, but I can play it on the Thursday afternoon show, and that one there from March of 1958, Link Wray and his Raymen. That's on the Cadence record label. Song entitled Rumble. Interesting story on how this record came about, and it was really pure accident as they were performing at a record hop was hosted by disc jockey Milt Grant. I think he had a like a similar show like to Bandstand. It was called the Milt Grant Show, and he was hosting a record hop, and he asked them to play the Diamonds song "The Stroll," I guess an instrumental for the kids to dance. So Link Wray's brother, Doug, who was the drummer, started beating, out the rhythm with the wrong end of the drumsticks, and Ray played along with like this heavy sequence of chords, and he couldn't overpower the drum, so I did something like the mic was put in front of the guitar amp so it could be heard over the drums, and the kids, it was kind of like a weird sound, and the kids just went crazy for the record. Now, Milt Grant paid for Link Wray and his Raymen to record it. There was a session that he paid for, and they named the song Oddball. That's what it was called. And what they did is somehow Grant had a tie-in to Archie Blyer. He was the owner of Cadence Records, so they played the song for him, and he hated it. He said, "No way am I putting this out on my label." But his stepdaughter, she loved the song. She goes, "No, you got to put this out. This is a great record. This is going to be a hit, whatever." So he said, "Okay, we'll do it." But he hated it, and it was Phil Everly that heard the song, and he said, "This sounds..." He suggested they change the name of the song to Rumble because it had a raw sound and sounded like a street fight, and it became successful. It was a big hit for the group and for the label. It was number 15 on Cashbox. 18 on Cashbox, 15 on Billboard, a big number one record on WOKO in Albany, New York. So there you go. That is for listener Tom Shaughnessy from March 58. We open up with Link Wray and his Raymen on the Cadence label. The song is called Rumble. There you go. So here we continue here with the countdown of Times Square Records. I think we closed last week's show at number 118, which they were the Quins on the Cyclone label with the song called Hong Kong from 1957. Let's pick it up with number 117. And we heard from this group from Harlem, New York at number 132 on the survey with their second release on Bobby Robinson's Fury record label. The song was called Honey Honey. This is their third release. It dropped down 31 notches from the previous month. It features Frankie Lyman's little brother on lead. Of course, that is Louis Lyman from July 57. We open up the vocal portion at number 117 on the Fury label. It's Louis Lyman and the Teen Chords with I'm Not Too Young to Fall in Love. Here we go.
Not too young to fall in love. You stay out your lady time. You do what you don't do why. You do what you don't do why. Not too young to fall in love. Too young to forget, too young to walk. You understand that the name is wrong. You do what you don't do why. Not too young to fall in love. There was six of love began. Said that a woman was made for a man. Now my heart don't fill with joy. I know girl was made for a boy. You stay away from the wrong. You stay what's going wrong. I'm gonna do what you don't do wrong. Not too young to fall in love. Too young to fall in love. Not too young to fall in love.
Ever since the world began, said it that a woman would make for man. Now my don't feel with joy. I know girl it wasn't meant for a boy. You don't stay all late at night. You don't know what to do to ride. I'm making the young what the Lord of the world.
Not too young to fall in love.
You don't know what to do to ride. You don't know what to do to ride. You don't know what to do to ride.
Not too young to fall in love.
You don't know what to do to ride. You don't know what to do to ride. You don't know what to do to ride.
Not too young to fall in love.
That's the sound of Louis Lyman and the Teen Chords coming in at number 117 on the Times Square survey from July 1957 on the Fury label. I'm not too young to fall in love. That's Frankie Lyman's younger brother. Of course, that record really not that easy to find. That was the hardest one for me to get. Finally buying that 45 there. I had the other two were more common, but this one was harder to find. I was able to find the the press. I think the dark maroon press, and not even in great shape. But that was one of the last ones to get. But of course, a long time ago. Let's continue here with the countdown. Entry number 116 now, dropping 14 notches from the previous month. This group is actually from Washington, D.C., but they recorded for a Philadelphia label, that being Buddy Caldwell's V-Tone label. This is their debut single, written by the lead singer of the group. His name is Eugene Williams. Let's go to January 1960. Give a listen to The Cruisers. The Cruisers on V-Tone Records. It's called If I Knew, number 116.
If I only knew what was true, I'd never hurt you. If you still love me so, won't you please let me know? Because I love you so. If I knew your love was so true, I'd never hurt you. Won't you say that you can go with me anywhere? Because I love you so. Standing there looking so shy and trying not to cry. Just one thing I want you to know. If you come back, well, I love you so. Your love was so true. I never hurt you. If you still love me so, won't you please let me know? Because I love you so. Oh, I love you so. Love you. Love you so.
That's entry number 116 on the Times Square survey. Came out in January of 1960. That is Eugene Williams on lead with the Cruisers. That's their debut single. on Buddy Caldwell's V-Tone record label. If I Knew is the name of the tune. For you collectors out there, this label comes 3 different variations on this label. First on the a block print black label, then there's that blue label V-Tone, and then there is a third press on the orange label. Now this was their first of 2 on the V-Tone label. Believe it or not, this bubbled under on the Billboard Hot 100, actually number 102. Didn't quite make it to 100, was number 102, I think, for 1 week. Should have been higher, that's what I say. Let's continue here on the countdown. We go back to Harlem, New York for this group. They return. We heard their August 59 release, The Girl Next Door, at number 127 on Bobby Robinson's Fire label. This song came out earlier. This is on Robinson's Fury label, moving up 8 notches to number 115. And I have this 45 two ways. I showed you the 2 ways. There's the normal looking yellow Fury. Then there is kind of like a weird press. Like the Fury is, the logo is much smaller. And I think that might have been the first. Are they the first presses maybe on the yellow label? I don't know, but that's kind of the oddball press there, but this is the better condition one on the normal looking Fury label. Let's go to March of 1959. These are the Channels, Earl Lewis and the Channels, number 115 on the survey. It's called Bye Bye Baby.
Well, bye, 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 baby. Oh, I really love you so. Bye, bye, baby. Oh, I'll never, never let you go. Bye, bye, baby. Oh, I really love you so. Really love you so. Bye, bye, baby. I hate to see you go. I guess you must leave me. I don't love you anymore.
That's the great sound of Earl Lewis and the Channels, coming in at number 115 on the survey, released in March of 1959. Bobby Robinson's Fury record label, a great two-sided 45. That's Bye Bye Baby, making the survey here in July, August of 1962. I don't know, maybe Slim forgot to, they didn't have time to put a survey together. Of course, these are really the top sales in Times Square Records at the time. So let's continue here. We go to Detroit, Michigan for entry number 114. As in June, this 45 was a new entry coming in at number 145, but it dropped all the way down to number 114. And At one point in the 1950s, many of the groups recorded kind of mambo songs because mambo dance was a big thing in the 1950s. And this is on the legendary Fortune record label, Devorah Brown's Fortune Records. Now, the group's 8th release, written by Devorah Brown, and it mentions on the label featuring guitarist Bob Edwards. Again, this features Nolan Strong on lead from April 1957, coming in at number 114. Nolan Strong and the Diablos. It's called Mambo of Love.
Into your eyes, darling, I'm in paradise. All I wanna do is dance with you. Let's do the mambo of love. When I hold you in my arms and I thrill to all your charms, all I wanna do is dance with you. Let's do the mambo of love. So divine, hold me close, say you'll be mine. Oh, forever let me dance with you. Let's do the mambo of love. Can thrill me so, no other arms will do. I'll never, never let you go. I want to mambo with you. In my arms you're so divine. Hold me close, say you'll be mine. Oh, forever let me dance with you. Let's do the mambo of love.
Go. Those are the Diablos. Nolan Strong and the Diablos. Kind of surprising that record made the survey at number 114 from April 1957 on the Fortune label, Mambo of Love. And no, didn't have much hiss on that one. And got to tell you, Big Dave is piping Johnny G in to the Better Days record store in Louisville, Kentucky. That is the oldest record store in Louisville, Kentucky, I take it, Big Dave. And there you go. That is in wow, that's pretty cool there. That is one of the older record stores in Louisville, Kentucky. Also need to say hello to Frank Gingaro in our YouTube chat room. It's Frank Gingaro and Gordon Skagberg that host the Rhythm and Blues Serenade at Hofstra University on Sunday afternoon beginning at 3 p.m., 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time with the WHRU 88.7 FM. So check that one out on Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock. I think for the first hour, Bill Obe told me it was the jukebox that has come back. It hasn't been there in a while, but it's come back. And I knew they were on from 4 to 6, but they are now there for 3 hours, so check that out on Sunday afternoon. Let's continue here. How about a twin spin on Deborah Brown's Fortune record label as we stay in Detroit for number 113 on the survey, dropping 80 notches from number 33 in the month of June to July and August here. In twin spin on Deborah Brown's Fortune label, a vocal group called the Don Juans, which included James Drayton, Charles Evans, Lonnie Hurd, and sometimes lead singer Little Eddie Hurt. But they backed up a number of artists on the label like Don Lane, also Marcia Renee. I featured that on the Saturday night show. And of course, Andre Williams. Now, and the band leader Joe Weaver. That is who is up next at number 113. Joe Weaver with the Don Juans, a song he wrote, his first of two on the Fortune label from January, 56. Joe Weaver with the Don Juans. It's called Baby, I Love You So, number 113. Darren, that's one that actually plays unbelievably well. Lots of that press, or lots of that those 45s, particularly this one, plays with a lot of hiss, although that one is pretty nice. That was from Brian Korn. That's from Norm's collection. Was happy to get that nice, clean copy. That's Joe Weaver with the Don Juans coming in at number 113 from January 56. On the Fortune record label, Baby, I Love You So. And this group, the Don Juans, also recorded as the $5. Let's continue here on a Thursday afternoon. Thanks for tuning in here. We'll be here till about 3:30 or so, although there is somebody coming here to the house at 3. I told him he's going to have to wait. He's going to have to, they're, one of the medical things that come in to check, so they're going to have to tune into the show for a half hour. But let's continue here with the debut single for this next group from Queens, New York. This entered the Times Square chart in June of '62. Actually, was number 47 that came in the month prior, in the month of June. It's on the band leader Russell Jacquette's network record label, written by the lead singer. His name is James Shepard, and with their first single, they were called The Heartbeats Quintet. This dropped 65 notches to number 112 from the previous month, from January 55. James Shepard on lead with the Heartbeats Quintet on the network label. This is an original song called Tormented.
What do you think my heart is made of? I can't stand this torment, my dear. With every sunrise, my heart weeps for you. With every moonglow, my heart weeps for you. I don't mind waiting for you, but what can I do? Oh, pretty baby, with every sunrise, my heart weeps for you. Now that you found out how much I love you, now that you found out how much I care, oh, will you give me a chance, my darling? Oh, will you just leave me to drown in my tears? With every sunrise, my heart weeps for you. I don't mind waiting for you, but what can I do?
That's the debut single for the Heartbeats. They were known as the Heartbeats Quintet. Released in January of 1955. That's on the network record label. Tormented is the name of that tune. Now, with their next release, which was called Crazy for You, they dropped the quintet, just became the Heartbeats, recording for B. Caslin's Hull record label. We continue with the countdown here, but if you're new to the program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the thumbs up if you like what Johnny G is doing, as we will continue with countdowns and specials here on a Thursday afternoon. It's not late, so you can hang out for a little bit in the afternoon while you're eating your lunch, as we continue here with entry number 111. And I think this is the only instrumental that actually made it on the survey. I find it surprising that this quintet from New York that they signed with Madison Records in late 1959. Now, their debut single was a cover of the 1939 song Harlem Nocturne, which happened to be their biggest hit, but they did 7 on the Madison label, and this is their third. This is their third, coming in at number 111, which song first done back in 1951 by Jimmy Forrest on the United label. Now, it features Harry Hallor on tenor sax, dropping 48 notches from the previous month, July 1960, for the Vicounts on the Madison label, and their rendition of the tune Night Train. Those are the Vicounts coming in at number 111, their rendition of the tune Night Train, their third release on the Madison record label from July 1960. Actually surprising. Although not to say that the record's not bad, but it was surprising it would be on, everybody going in there basically to buy Group Harmony records. But again, I'm sure Slim Rose, he was, in the money-making business. So the thing is to sell the records. That was it. But let's continue here. Johnny G's playing the records. Entry number 110 is by this well-known group out of Philadelphia. First recording for the Rainbow record label back in 1954. And, healthcare. No way. I'm not talking to healthcare right now. Recording for Rainbow Records in 1954. Then releases followed on Gotham and Mainline and Chess. And their first big hit, I'm sure many of you know the song called Long Lonely Nights. First came out on the Mainline label, would be picked up by Chess Records. And similar to that type of scenario, this song coming in at number 110, first came out on the local casino label. Now the master leased out to United Artists Records, and it became the group's first of 3 on United Artists, written by the second tenor of the group. His name is Thomas Butch Curry, and Barry Golder, who was part owner of this label, Casino Records. And it's with Pancho Villa and the orchestra. This is dropping down 43 notches from the previous month. I'm featuring it on the original label, Casino Records, March 58. Lee Andrews and the Hearts at number 110. It's called Try the Impossible.
Try the impossible. Try to understand the way I feel about you. try the incredible, for in trying all of my dreams might come true. Try to understand you're everything I ever hoped for. And if you try to make it survive, take my heart, it will be yours. I really mean it when I tell you I'll be at your beck and call. Tell me you want me, and our love will conquer all. The need for you just to be with you is the reason why I plead to you. Make the impossible the incredible, and all of my dreams come true. We-oo, 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 we-oo. I really mean it when I tell you I'll be at your beck and call. Tell me you want me, and our love will conquer all. Oh, the need for you just to be with you is the reason why I plead to you. Make the impossible the incredible, and all of my dreams come true. We-oo, 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 oh, we-oo. Try the impossible.
That's Lee Andrews and the Hearts out of Philadelphia, coming in at number 110. From March 1958, Try the Impossible featured the first press on the Casino label. Again, picked up by United Artists Records. That's the common way to get it. But, I don't know, I think this one's not that easy to find. I got it a long, long time ago for like $8.54 in some kind of auction. Anyway, Johnny G here on a Thursday afternoon. Let's continue here. Entry number 109 is by this group from Queens, New York, as they were a trio initially, which included Dave Goddard, Larry Venata, and Gene McCarthy. Now, they began performing at local dances, but were looking for like a female to enter the group, actually a female voice, and they discovered someone by the name of Lynn Nixon, and she became the lead singer of the group. Well, not on all their records, but at least on their debut single, and this is their debut single, coming in at number 109, which became their biggest hit. Number 24 on Cashbox, 21 on Billboard, number 3 on WCOP in Boston, Massachusetts. But this particular survey here, the song dropping 73 notches from February 58. Let's give a listen to the Aquatones. Aquatones on the Fargo label at number 109. Their song called You.
To
Coming in at number 109, that's Lynn Nixon. Lynn Nixon on lead with the Aquatones, February 58 release. That's their, their first of 8 on the Fargo label. Song entitled You. Now, for you collectors out there, do you have the true first press of this? Not that it makes any difference, but if yours shows distributed by Ampar under the logo, that's actually not a true first press, because Fargo couldn't handle the distribution on that. They couldn't press them up quick enough, so they had ABC, Paramount, or Ampar Music press them up. So that's, if you check your copy to see what you have, if you have a first or you have the later, it's still released in the same time. It's not really a big deal, but they're not that easy to find like that. Anyway, Johnny G babbling on here, as this next group is a favorite here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Actually, both sides of this record are great. And a group from Brooklyn, New York. They were named after a Canadian brand of cigarette. I don't know if we have any Canadian smokers out there. Dumouriez cigarette. I never had one, nor that I ever smoked, so I never want to try one either. But they were named after that cigarette. Not much known about this group. Now, this song dropped quite a bit from number 7 in the month of May. Then it dropped to number 30 in June, and here it is at number 108. 108 on the survey. We go back to Bobby Robinson's Fury record label. Lots of Fury records on the survey as he was pressing them up. Or I don't know about this one. Did this come out with the horse's head? I don't know. I don't know which one was selling back in the store in 1962. But this is a 1958 release, February 58 release, the Dumouriez on the Fury label. It's called All Night Long.
All night long.
Those are the Demoras coming in at number 108 on the survey. February 58 release on the Fury label. All Night Long is the name of the tune. The flip side is an excellent ballad. I have featured it here on the Vinyl Treasure Show many, many times. Let's continue now. Actually, surprising with this song coming in at number 107. We go back to the legendary Fortune record label out of Detroit by this singer, born in Chicago but relocating in Detroit in the early 1950s. He was known as Mr. Rhythm at Fortune Records. He had 12 releases on the label. This was his sixth, and interesting, this idea to write this song first started out as a joke, according to him. If you have that book, Mind Over Matter, that book that came out by Billy Miller and Michael Hurt, he mentioned in the book that this started out as a joke, but it's really based on his experiences at live performances when he would say, this is a quote, young mollies would surround him backstage. Now, this is with Charlie Morris, the Charlie Morris Orchestra, and there's another voice on here you'll hear. His name is Gino Purifoy, a.k.a. Gino Parks, also has releases on the, might be High Q Records, I think. Wasn't he a member of the High Fidelities? I know, and I have some singles by him on Fortune. But this is dropping down to number 107 from 29 the previous month. From August 57, listen to the lyrics on this. It's Andre Williams on the Fortune label. The song is called Jailbait.
I'm running, yes, before it's too late, trying to get away from that jailbait. It's a rough temptation, but a common invitation and a good association, but a quick elimination that will take you out of circulation. Yes, I'm talking about that younger generation. So take my advice, fellas. For goodness sake, 15, 16, 17, that's jailbait. Now they swear that they're in love, that you and her are stars above, and she's looking mighty good, just like a young girl should. We try to tell you no, and let that young girl go, but you know it all. You have yourself a ball, and now that it's too late, as you look from cell number 8, I tried to tell your mate, "17 and a half is still jailbait." So tomorrow's the date for the trial of jailbait, and this you watch and see. The young girl will go free, and you'll get 1 to 3. So out the door she walks, to another man she talks. Before you can count from 1 to 8, another man in for jailbait. Please, Mr. Judge, you just let me go this time. I ain't gonna mess with them young girls no more. I swear I ain't gonna bother them no more, Mr. Judge. I ain't gonna bother none 15. I ain't gonna bother none 16. I ain't gonna bother none 17. I ain't gonna mess with none 18. I'm gonna leave that 20-year-old ones alone too. I'm gonna get me a girl about 42. If you just believe what I say, let me go, Mr. Judge. Please, Mr. Judge, I ain't gonna bother young girls no more. me a break, Mr. Judge. Please, Mr. Judge.
There you go. That's Geno Parks at the end there, but that's Andre Williams. Andre Williams coming in at number 107, August 57 release. On the Fortune record label, Jailbait is the name of the tune. And this actually, for you collectors out there, comes with two different flip sides. I think the first, the way I have it, is called My Tears, and the other one is Going Back to Chicago. I have to check. I think I have both. I have to check down in the No Humidity basement. I think I bought this copy from Dallas Ellis so many years ago. Of course, he's passed away a long time ago. Got another great record from Dallas, the Funny by the Contours, which is a pretty cool record by the Contours on Motown. Johnny G here on a Thursday. Hope you're digging on the tunes here. It's the countdown, the Times Square Records countdown. We started off at number 150. We are at number 105 now as we stay in Detroit. And this song dropping from 25 the previous month down to 106. Dropping 81 notches. That's a lot. Now, it's Deborah Brown's High Q record label. We just heard her Fortune record label. She also owned the High Q record label. This group called the Montclairs, and the song written by the lead singer of the group, his name is Eugene Arnold. This is from November 57 at number 106. A great tune, the Montclairs on High Q. It's called Golden Angel.
Golden angel came from above.
My golden angel, you came from above. Heaven must have sent you to be my love. I love you so, I want you to know it's you, my dear, I adore. Oh, golden angel, high up above, please hear my plea, please be my love. I need you so, I want you to know it's you, my dear, I adore. I'm sure heaven sent you. I can see it in your eyes. And when you're near me, it's just like paradise. I can't explain the way I feel. All the things I try to do, please believe me, darling dear. I love only you. I love only you.
That's a great ballad coming in at number 108 on the survey, November 1957. It's on the High Q record label, the Montclairs. Eugene Arnold, He's a lead singer. He also wrote the tune. Golden Angel is the name of the tune. Not easy to find the first press on that record. It's not easy to do. As we continue here on the countdown, coming in at number 105, moving up 36 notches from number 141 the previous month. This group out of Stamford, Connecticut, as this interracial group included Bart La Dolce, Curtis Grasty, Frankie Palmer, and lead singer Joe Bennett. This was their debut single, came out on the Champ label, which was out of New York City. We go to March of 1959 and give a listen to the Cinamas. The Cinamas, it's on Champ Records. It's called Life Can Be Beautiful at number 105. That's the debut single for a group called the Cinamas out of Stamford, Connecticut, released in March of 1959. Life Can Be Beautiful. That's on the Champ record label. It features, Joe Bennett on lead. And Greg Surik sold me that record a long, long time ago. They used to have record shows on Friday evenings, which was pretty cool. So you can go to work, and then you can go to the record show. I think it was the White Plains Hotel back in the 1980s. That was like one of the first record shows I went to, and it was at nighttime. And he was set up at a table there. Not that I bought anything exciting, but he did sell me that record. He did. He was always upgrading and whatnot, and I still can't believe that he's gone. But anyway, the group's second release is also excellent. Came out on the Rhapsody label in 1960, a song called Crying for You. That's a good one, too. Let's continue here on the countdown. Coming in at number 104, moving up 39 notches, is this group from Brooklyn, New York. First recording back in 1955 for the Do Re Mi record label, a killer ballad that I have featured on the Saturday night show, Love Is a Vow. But they signed with Tin Pan Alley Records for another 3 releases, and I think their first became their biggest hit. It was called I Love Only You. But this was their very last release. Came out on the Casino label, and it's kind of like a takeoff of the Chips Rubber Biscuit. So let's give a listen to the Mellow Harps here. This one released in late 1958. It features Joe Gowder on lead. The Mellow Harps on the Casino label, coming in at number 104. It's called Gumma Gumma.
Gamma gamma lama lama gamma 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 lama lama gamma 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 lama lama gamma 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 lama lama gamma gamma.
I know a girl, her name is Mooch.
Gamma gamma lama lama gamma gamma.
Ain't got no teeth, but sure can smooch.
Gamma gamma lama lama gamma gamma.
I met her through my best friend John.
Gamma gamma lama lama gamma gamma.
He didn't tell me she had false teeth on.
Gamma gamma lama lama gamma gamma.
Boney Maroney and Peggy Sue.
Gamma gamma lama lama gamma gamma.
Ain't got nothing on no teeth mooch.
Gamma gamma lama lama gamma gamma.
When she dances to the stroll,
Gamma gamma lama lama gamma gamma.
her teeth jump out to the rock and roll.
Gamma gamma lama
Her
lama gamma
teeth go.
Clackety clackety clack. 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 Clackety clackety clack.
She got excited and began to shout.
Gamma gamma lama lama gamma gamma.
All of a sudden her teeth fell out.
Gamma gamma lama lama gamma gamma.
Uh-oh, somebody done stole Mooch's teeth.
Now she goes.
Mopity mopity moo. Mopity mopity moo. Mopity mopity moo. Mopity mopity moo. Mopity mopity and mopity mopity and mopity mopity moo.
There you go. There you go, though. Those are the Mellow Harps. The Mellow Harps from late 1958. That's on the Casino record label. Gumma Gumma is the name of that tune. Frank Shingaro mentions that's one of Slim's favorites. Interesting there. Joe Gowder on lead. We'll send that one out to my dad that's tuned into the program, too. They're watching my sister. I think she's still here. And the caretaker that's here today, Grace, and my mother. But I say that because my father doesn't put his false teeth in, so we'll send that one out to him. Gumma Gumma. Anyway, Johnny G here on a Thursday. Hope you're digging on the tunes this countdown as we continue here. We go to number 103, a great group out of Harlem, New York, coming in at number 103, moving up 21 notches from the previous month. They signed to Monty Bruce's Bruce record label in 1953. This is their fourth of six on the Bruce label, a tune written by Raul Sita, who wrote a lot of their releases, and this is with the Chanters providing the instrumentation in the background here. It features the great Willie Winfield on lead. We go to July of 1954. These are the Harptones on the Bruce label at number 103. It's called Forever Mine.
What is your answer? Say yes to my dream. My dream is to have you. You're part of my scheme. I am forever yours. Are you to be forever mine? Said that you love me. It's yours all my heart. Just as you ruled me right from the start. I think of you all the day. You know what I want you to say. All my life I waited for one like you. It must be you, darling. Believe in you. Feel it in my heart. My life is complete as I hear your voice, so soft and so sweet. You made me your choice. I am forever yours, and now you'll be forever mine. All my life I've waited for someone like you. It must be you, darling. Believe in you, feel it in my heart. My life is complete as I hear your voice, so soft and so sweet. You made me your choice. I am forever yours, and now you'll be forever
That's the great sound of Willie Winfield and the Harptones, coming in at number 103 from July 1954. That's on Monty Bruce's Bruce record label. Forever Mine is the name of the tune. That's their fourth of six on Bruce. For you collectors out there, the true first press 1650 Broadway address under the Bruce logo, and I think it has to say New Way Publishing to the right side there, mentioned on the label, but a great tune there by the Harptones. We heard from this group out of Detroit earlier today at entry number 104 with their 8 release on Devorah Brown's Fortune label. We played the Mambo of Love, but this is the group's signature song, I guess we can say that, their second release on the Fortune label, coming in at number 102, moving up 42 notches from the previous month. This song originally released in September of 1954, but it entered the national Billboard chart in 1960, making it to a number 114. It stayed on the Bubbling Under charts for just 1 week, but still a record from 1954, making it to 1960 on the charts. That is unheard of, I would say, but that was probably due to the promotion of Slim Rose. But let's go to September 54 at number 102 was the Diablos' Return with Nolan Strong on lead. This is on the Fortune label. It is their signature song. It's called The Wind.
Make then, I long for you. And when the summer's rich colors are shimmering across the mountains and the valleys, then, darling, I look for you. And even until the heavens above can no longer exist, even until then, shall I still love you? I know she has gone, but my love lingers on in a dream that the wind brings to me.
Coming in at number 102, those are the Diablos. Nolan Strong and the Diablos, a song I first heard on the Gus Gossard show, believe it or not. September 54 release, their second release on the Fortune label. The Wind comes on different variations, was a big seller for the group. I think this, got to be careful though on the purple labels. If you got the real thin press, those are not original presses. The original press is really thick. I think there is a stamped O in my copy here, so that is an original there. Of course, hiss and all. But anyway, let's continue here for the countdown. Hope you're digging on these cool tunes as we go to entry number 101, which moved up 21 notches. Now, this is probably, you can consider this a new release at the time, because on this chart, as WCBS FM, the oldie station here in New York, used to play current music. Not a lot, but they did, and they would call them Future Gold, because we can consider this, I mean, at least back in 1962, Future Gold. As this group is out of Harlem, New York, and it was WNJR disc jockey Joe Tenero. He was actually the former manager of the Mellow Moods. He saw them perform and became their new manager and put this out on his label. He owned the Inferno record label. Now, the song is from the musical My Fair Lady, and it features Norman Solomon on lead. This is with Larry Lucy and the orchestra. They're providing the instrumentations. This one released in 1962, coming in at number 101. They're called the Souvenirs. The Souvenirs on Inferno with their rendition of the tune I Could Have Danced All Night.
Spread my wings and do 1,000 things. Oh, I never done before. I
may be trying to sound like the Marcel's Bassmen there, but those are the Souvenirs 1962 release. It's on the Inferno record label. I Could Have Danced All Night is entry number 101. They would have one more release on the Octavia record label later in 1962 as the Preludes. So if I have that 45, another one I picked up during my travels. Of course, I bought this one, I think, from Louis Silvani's Times Square Records. I think that's where I got this one. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Entry number 100, moving up 11 notches from the previous month. This group from York, Pennsylvania, they were all classmates at William Penn High School, where a WHGB disc jockey, Paul Landersman, heard them and offered them a management deal, and he was able to get them a deal with Chess Records for their debut single. Sure, some of you know the song called Ding Dong, came out in 1958 on Chess Records. He was then able to get them signed to Red Top Records out of Philadelphia to record this song, and they lip-synced this song on Dick Clark's American Bandstand, and then the record started taking off. Of course, Dick Clark, who needs to be part of the mix on anything that's becoming a hit, he had this record pressed on, I think he was probably co-owner of the Hunt record label out of Philadelphia. So they put this one out on Hunt Records to distribute it nationally. It became a big hit for the group. Number 18 on Billboard, 24 on Cashbox. I'm featuring the true first press of this. It's on the Powder Blue Red Top label. It features Roberta Hayman on lead. We go to June of 1958, coming in at number 100. The Quintones on Red Top. It's called Down the Aisle of Love.
Love.
coming in at number 100 on the survey. Roberta Hayman and the Quintones, June 1958, featured it on the First Press Red Top Records. You may own it on Hunt Records. That's, of course, Dick Clark behind that label at the time. Down the Aisle of Love is the name of the tune. Would love to have seen them do that on American Bandstand. I don't know why they don't. I know there's some problem with the copyright police and all that. Boy, did they give me problem last night. They shut me down twice last night. That's because I played too many Motown records and they shut me down. Of course, it's because we're temporarily shutting it down until you remove the record. I'm not removing the record. It'll be up soon enough, and they leave it up there. So they normally don't complain, but again, my hands are tied on this format on YouTube, and I have to abide by their rules. But anyway, let's continue here. And I think every release by this next group out of Philadelphia is on this survey. They had 6 releases on Herb Slotkin's Grand label, and they all made the survey, and they were all reissued. So I'm sure many of you that were frequenting Times Square Records bought these 45s with the big print that he put them out on the flat label, yellow labels at the time. It was interesting because on the previous station I was before I went rogue on my own, the boss at that previous internet station at one time I was associated with, he called these records by this group funeral music, and he actually fired me on the air. It was very interesting and very sad too, by the way, but I'm thankfully no longer part of that station, so I am an independent DJ right here on YouTube, and then I do a show on Oldies and More Radio on Wednesday night. I wanted to do the Saturday night show there, but they had somebody in the slot, so I couldn't do it. So that's why I joined them at midnight. But this is Slim Rose and Herb Slotkin. They had a pact to re-release just about everything on the Grand. I wouldn't say everything on the Grand label, but at least all the group records. A lot of the group records were re-released on Grand. And this is the group's second release, moving up 41 notches to number 99. It was released in November of 53. Let's give a listen to the Castelles on Grand Records with their tune called This Silver Ring.
Upon my finger is all the memory left of love I used to share with you. One ring for two. From my hand, dear, this ring shall not part, for it's a symbol that you gave it to me with your heart. The many nights we shared together my silver ring forever. When will you return for your kiss? My lips just one more time, I change this silver ring into a golden wedding
George Grant and the Castelles coming in at number 99. Number 99 on the survey. It was number 140 the month prior, November 1953. What did I say? That was their second release on the Grand record label. This Silver Ring is the name of the tune. They will return. They will return as we continue here. Let's go to entry number 98. This group discovered by band leader Al Brown, and I guess we can call this a fairly new record for the survey. Actually, it was released in 1961. Now, the copyright on this was dated around April 1961. So you figure about that time of the year that it was released. But the first presses of this, interestingly enough, came out on Lost Night Records out of Philadelphia. Then a couple of months later was issued on the Zara label, which was out of 1650 Broadway in New York City. But they used the Lost Night stamper. So there you go. That is why they say that Lost Night was the first press. But either way, this is dropping 5 notches from the previous month, from number 93 to number 98. Let's go to 1961 for this group called the Veltones. The Veltones on Lost Night. The song is called Now.
Now, 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 if it was now, 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 if it was now, 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 if it was now, now you know my love for you, brother, what is the blessing of what I am so in love with you.
Of the Veltones there, a discovery of Al Brown, and Al Brown and his orchestra backing them up on that 1961 release. Featured the first press on the Lost Night record label, showed you the green Zara label. That is actually the second. The Veltones there at number 98 with their tune called Now. Let's continue here for number 97, dropping 1 notch from the previous month. This group out of Brooklyn, New York, and it's their only release. Came out on Stan Feldman and Ed Portnoy's Ivy label. For you collectors out there, check your copy of this. The true first press has to have B.B. Butler and his orchestra right under the group's name. They're called the Vanguards, and I noticed that the DJ copies play so much better than the stock copies. This is from November of 1957 at number 97, the Vanguards. On the Ivy label, it's called Moonlight.
The moonlight at my window
That is a cool tune there by the Vanguards. November 1957 release, came out on the Ivy record label, coming in at number 97 on the survey. It's called Moonlight. Johnny G here on a Thursday. If you like what I am doing, please give me a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is for requests and anything else you'd like to talk about. So we'll be back on Saturday night at 9 p.m. for all your requests. That show has become an all-request show pretty much. So that'll be 9 to midnight on Saturday night. Then I'll be back here next Thursday. Also, in between that Wednesday night show is an all-soul show beginning at 9 o'clock. Let's continue with the countdown. Entry number 96, dropping 20 notches from the previous month. The 45 I purchased from Louis Silvani. Actually, this is probably one that was in the fire. There was a fire, I think, at one time at Times Square Records, and it's got a little bit of a singe, but I do have a nice copy somewhere in the No Humidity basement. I did try to look for it, but this is on Thomas Robinson's Angletone label, and the very last release for this singer by the name of John L. Brown, but you know him as Little Butchie Saunders. First recording back in 1956 for Al Silver's Herald record label. I think they had 2 releases as Little Butchie Saunders and the Buddies, but he also was the lead singer of a group called the L Chords, recorded Peppermint Stick on the Good record label. Actually, I'm surprised that is not on this survey, because that record was sold all over the place back in the early 1960s. But this was his very last release as Little Butchie and the Vels, again on Thomas Robinson's Angletone Records, released in June of 59, number 96. Little Butchie and the Vels with their rendition of the tune Over the Rainbow. Kitty leads here on the countdown. There are a number of them, of course, but that is That is Little Butchie, Saunders, and the Vels. That one there from June 1959 on the Angletone record label. Their rendition of Over the Rainbow coming in at number 96 on the survey. Let's move to number 95 now, dropping 10 notches from the previous month. This group out of Brooklyn, New York, included members Steve Aspamonte, he was the first tenor, Manuel Brancucci, he was the second tenor, John Giglione, the baritone, Edward Cruz, the bass, and the lead singer on this, Ivan Lincoln Figueroa. Yeah, there you go. This is on Gil Snapper's Worthy record label, which was out of 550 Fifth Avenue in New York City. This is from 1958 at number 95. Very cool kind of name for this group. Lincoln Fig and the Dates on the Worthy label. The song is called Way Up.
Way up
in the sky.
Go, coming in at number 95 on the survey. That's Lincoln Fig and the Dates. Yes, Indrajit, that's actually a cool name, I would say, featuring Ivan Lincoln Figueroa on lead, 1958. That is their only release on the Worthy label, Way Up. I think if you purchased this in the Times Square Records, it was the big print with the wavy lines. I think that's how that record was repressed there for them. Let's continue here, coming in at number 94, moving up 42 notches from the previous month. This group from the Bronx, New York, it's their debut single, came out on the Hanover record label. It was actually recorded at Ivy Records. A tune written by Herb Sagar and Kenny Martin was recorded for Walnut Music, and the master was leased or sold to Hanover Records, who put it out in September of 1958. Received a lot of airplay on radio station WMGM in New York City. It features Carl Petrus on lead. This is from September 58. This record is as old as your host, Johnny G. The Unique Teens on the Hanover record label at number 94. It's called Genie.
I
Coming in at number 94 on the survey, the Unique Teens there, September 1958. That's their debut single on the Hanover record label. Genie is the name of that one. And the Ivy Records released it in December of 1958, and the versions are different. And there also is a difference on the stock and the promo copies on the Hanover record label, as their second release was on the Dynamic label in 59. I think it was What You Know New. I think it was also available on the Relic release in 64. Now, this record was a 45 that my aunt purchased. That was her copy. Now, I did this the last time I featured this record, so a lot of people didn't know. Don Folletti didn't know. So if you listen to the end, and this is how you're going to know, on the stock copies of this, Carl Petras, he is up front in the group. His falsetto is up front. So you'll hear it at the end, and listen to the ending, because that's how you can tell. And if you have and I don't think it's on all the promos, but it is on my promo. So listen to the ending again, and I'll play the promo, and you'll hear the difference. So here we go.
I really love you
so you hear he goes up there at the end. You hear him way at the end. Listen to the disc jockey copy. The disc jockey copy at the end of the record. Listen. I'll play it again. You'll hear it. You see what happened to the falsetto at the end? And the interesting thing is, on the promo copies, he is way in the background. His falsetto is not up front. It is in the back. And I don't know if they messed it up or it was supposed to be that way. You figure if the disc jockeys were playing this record, so here, we'll play it, and it's really different sounding if you know the record. So I know many of you do. So listen to the DJ copy. You see what you learn on the Vinyl Treasure Show? There you go. It's great to play that record because I like that record. My aunt used to play it. I remember hearing it as a toddler there, but I like that record. There you go. You heard two different mixes there. September 1958, the Unique Teens on the Hanover record label Genie. I think the Ivy is even different. I think the At the Ball is different on the two Ivy releases. But anyway, I divest. Let's continue now with the countdown here. Let's go back to Brooklyn, New York for entry number 93, moving up 20 notches. The debut single for this group from Brooklyn, New York. It's on Ben Smith's Extra record label. First time I heard this was on the Gus Gossard Show. It features Johnny Marcy Onley, 1957, on the Extra record label at number 93. These are the Youngtones with their tune called You I Adore.
Boom, 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 boom.
I love you, you know I do. I missed you, you know it's true. Oh my darling, for it's you I adore. Please come back, oh my darling, do come back, 'cause I love you, and it's you I adore. Since you went away, I'm very lonely, lonely night and day. If you love me, you come back, my darling, when you hear me say, while I'm waiting, my love will burn. Please, my darling, please do return. You know, sweetheart, it's only you I adore. Since you went away, I'm very lonely, lonely night and day. If you love me, you come back, my darling, when you hear me say, while I'm waiting, my love will burn. Please, my darling, speedy return. You know, sweetheart, it's only you I adore. Oh, you I adore.
Coming in at number 93 on the survey, those are the Youngtones. That's their debut single. Johnny Marcy, he's the lead singer on that, 1957 on Ben Smith's Extra record label. For you collectors out there, the true first press is the small print. Of course, Ben Smith repressing this record and others on the Extra label. It was the bigger print. So that's what was selling at Times Square Records at the time. And this is not an easy record to find. I really haven't seen another copy of this. Greg Zurich sold me this a long, long time ago, and it wasn't cheap, I can tell you that much. But to find the original first press of that, the Youngtones with You I Adore. Johnny G here for the last half hour of the program as we continue now. And got this great group out of Harlem, New York, coming in at number 92 on the survey. It was at the number 8 position in the month of April. It dropped to number 92 in July and August, and the song I first heard on the Time Capsule Show, and it was the group's 4th release, came out on High Weiss's Old Town record label, and the lead singer on this is Bobby Williams. He's on lead, and this I think was the only song that Bobby Williams sang lead on. The majority of their songs were done either by Herman Dunham / Curtis or or Milton Love. And I think Bobby Baylor, he did lead on South of the Border. But this is from December 1954. Here are the Solitaires coming in at number 92. This is with Bobby Williams on lead. It's called I Don't Stand a Ghost of a Chance. The Solitaires on Old Town.
I don't stand no ghost of a chance with you. I need your love so badly. I love you all so madly, but I don't stand a ghost of a chance with you. I thought at last I found you, but all the arms around you, but I don't stand a ghost of a chance with you. Would you surrender just for a tender kiss or two? You might discover that I'm the lover made for you. Yes, I'll be true. Oh, I'm so good on asking I know I must be dreaming, but I don't stand a golden chance with you. Ghost of a chance with you.
That's a great sound of the Solitaires coming in at number 92 on the survey. From December 1954, High Weiss's Old Town record label, that's I Don't Stand a Ghost of a Chance. That's with Bobby Williams on lead. We continue with the countdown. We go to number 91 now, moving up 48 notches from the previous month, as this group hails from Queens, New York, recorded for Sid Nathan's Deluxe record label, and all of their 1950s releases made it on the survey. They had 4 releases, all coming out in the year 1958 for Deluxe Records, and there were 4 more released in the early 1960s, all with different deluxe numbers. So if you're going to have all the records by this group, you're going to have 8. If you collect the deluxe label, you're going to have 8 records in your collection by this group, as I do. And this particular song was issued really 3 times. First came out in October of 1958. Then in May of 1961, it actually became a hit. It hit the national charts. It made it to Billboard at number 41, and then again came out in October of 1963. So I'm playing the original release of this, which is a longer version. They cut it a little short. Maybe they took the cowbell out. Is that a cowbell I think that they hit? Maybe they kind of ease that back a little bit. It features Larry Pendergrass on lead. Let's go to October 1958, October 58 for the original release, and it says Bud Johnson and the Chanters on this, but really it is the Chanters. It's on Deluxe Records. It's called No, 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 the Chanters at number 91.
No, 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 don't kiss me anymore. No, 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 I told you once before. No, 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 don't kiss me anymore.
No means yes, yes, yes.
I love you, and no one else will do. My heart sings, don't ever say we're through. Please tell me our love was meant to be. Please be mine. You know I love you with all my heart. Please don't say that we will ever part. Your kisses thrill me when you are in my arms. Kiss me, darling, I'm lost in your charms. No, 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 don't kiss me anymore. No, 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 I told you once before. No, 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 don't kiss me anymore.
No means yes, yes, yes.
No, 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 don't kiss me anymore. No, 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 I told you once before. No, 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 don't kiss me anymore.
No means yes, yes, yes.
That's the sound of the Chanters there. The Chanters coming in at number 91 on the survey. No, No, No is the name of the tune. That is the original release. It came out in October of 1958 on Sid Nathan's Deluxe Records. Again, a big, we gotta call it a big hit for them, making it up to number 41 on the national charts. That is a big thing from May of 1961. Let's continue here on the survey. Go back to Philadelphia, PA. This entry number 90, moving up 17 notches. This group from Philly called The Students, not to be confused with the group with the same name that recorded they were from Cincinnati, Ohio, that recorded for the Note record label, also on the Checker label. No, completely different group. They had only one release on the Red Top record label, although with the release of that Relic LP, the best of Red Top records, I think that came out in 1975, there was an unreleased master that was put out. I think it was called Bye Bye Truly, which I ended up buying. That was something I heard on the Time Capsule show. They were advertising those best of series LPs, and that's where I heard the Bye Bye Truly. But this was basically their only release, coming in at number 90. They're called The Students, and I think this kicked off the label. This is Red Top number 100. Collie Williams, he's the lead singer on this. We go to August of 1957. The Students on Red Top at number 90. It's called Mommy and Daddy.
Hey, mommy and daddy and mommy and daddy, whoa, mommy and daddy and mommy and daddy, whoa,
Mommy and daddy and mommy and daddy, whoa, whoa.
I love my mother and my father too. I'll always love them through and through. I love them like candy. They're sweet to me. I'll always love them to eternity. Well, mother and father too. I'll always love you 'cause your heart is true. I love my mother and my father too. I'll always love them through and through. Hey! Well, mother and father too. I'll always love you 'cause your heart is true. I love my mother and my father too. I'll always love
Sounds of Philadelphia here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. They're called The Students. At number 90, that's Collie Williams on lead. August 1957 released their debut, or actually their only single. Can't count that unreleased side. And it also kicked off the Red Top record label. Mommy and Daddy is the name of the tune. They are listening and they are tuned in now. I wonder if Rich has gotten here downstairs. So if I did, Rich will say hello to Rich if he's all come in down. They're waiting for me downstairs. I'll be down shortly. I will, as we continue a little bit more here on the countdown. Let's go to New York City now for entry number 89, as it entered the survey for the first time in June at number 37. Another group from Brooklyn, New York. First recording for Paul Winley's Winley label, and they had some great tunes on the Winley label with Julius McMichael as lead, but eventually he broke away, or the group broke away from Winley Records and teamed up with Andy Leonetti, who ended up being their manager in 1960, and this was their first release on Andy Leonetti's Musicraft record label. They had a new lead singer. They recruited Alan Moore. He was the lead, and this song originally done, I think Tony Bennett did this originally in 1951. But let's give a listen to this rendition from July of 1960, coming in at number 89 on the survey, the Paragons. The Paragons on Musicraft, and their rendition of the tune Blue Velvet.
She wore blue velvet. Bluer than velvet was the night. Softer than satin was the light from the start. She wore blue
As coming in at number 89 on the survey, those are the Paragons. Alan Moore, the lead singer on that. The Paragons, that's on Andy Leonetti's Music Craft record label, their rendition of the tune Blue Velvet, released in July of 1960. Now, this would be re-released a couple months later on Leonetti's Music Tone label, and believe it or not, again in 1963 on Music Notes. I guess if you purchase this, I don't know if Slim had these Music Craft releases on styrene. They're all styrene, but maybe the Music Tone for sure is how you got it in Slim's store. Let's move to number 88 now, dropping 12 notches down, actually dropping 42 notches from the previous month. This group from South Philly, and some of the members were first members of the 4Js that in 1958 had their release on United Artists, also another on the Herald label. And in 1959, the group included Bob Finizzo and Raymond Finizzo, Mike Travaglia, and lead singer Joseph Jr. Parolo, who we just lost, who recently passed away. And they signed with Red Top Records. This is their release, their first release on Red Top. They were known as the Naturals, and I think with their next two releases, they were known as the Four Naturals. Actually, this is the second release on Red Top. And this was their second of three, coming in at number 88 with the lead singer Junior Parolo on lead. Let's go to 1960. The Four Naturals on Red Top. It's called The Thought of You, parentheses, Darling, number 88.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
All I do is think about you. You know I can't live without the
thought of you, darling. Makes my heart skip a beat. Knocks me right off my feet. Knowing that you're all mine.
All I do is think about you. You know I can't live without the
thought of you, darling. And your love that is ever so true. Cheers me up whenever I could. Leaves my troubles behind.
All I do is think about you. You know I can't live without the
kisses you gave me. Kept me tossing in my sleep. Don't have to return them, 'cause I know they're mine to keep. Thought of you, darling, I'll remember near in my heart. Even when we are so far apart, it will always be mine.
All I do is think about you. You know I can't live without the
Sorry, Joe Shacatano. That's right. You don't request up tempos. All ballads for Joe. I think it was Kenny Mack that requested it not too long ago. There you go, number 88 on the survey, The Four Naturals from 1960 on the Red Top record label, The Thought of You, parentheses, Darling. That is with Junior Parolo on lead there. We continue here. We're going to promptly close down at 3:20. They're probably waiting for me downstairs, but entry number 87, dropping 15 notches for this great group from Harvey, Illinois. First recording as the El Rays on the Checker label, then signing with Vivian Carter's VJ Records. They would change their name to the Dells, and this is the group's second release on the VJ label at number 87, and we heard from them earlier at number 135 with their fifth release called Why Do You Have to Go? This is their second. It features Johnny Funches on lead. I think Gordy Freeman, you requested this not too long ago on the Saturday night show. Let's go to December of 1955 for the Great Dells at number 87 on VJ Records. It's called Dreams of Contentment.
Sweet dreams, wow. Sweet dreams of you, wow. Dreams that foretell, wow. The love in my heart. Sweet dreams, wow. Dreams of contentment, wow. Wishing for you, and feeling so blue. Sweet dreams. Brings back memories of you. Reminds me that I love you. And you love me too. But I'm gone. Oh, yes, yes, you've gone. Sweet dreams of you. Dreams coming from my heart and searching for you.
That's the great sound of the Dells coming in at number 87 on the survey. Johnny Funches on lead. That's their second release on Vivian Carter's VJ record label, released in December of 1955. It's called Dreams of Contentment. Well, that's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G on this Thursday afternoon, spinning these cool 45s from the Times Square record survey of July and August of 1962. If you like what you heard, send me an email at vinyltreasures@aol.com. We also use that for the requests on Saturday night, or actually the Soul Show on Wednesday night. Those two shows beginning at 9 p.m. And if you missed any of the program, you can view it. It'll be up without the chat, though. It'll be up right after I sign off. YouTube has it up there. Of course, the copyright police are out chasing me now. For whatever reason, I don't know. Just as long as they don't shut the stream down. That is a disaster like they did last night. But anyway, I will be back next Thursday afternoon beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern Time till about this time, 3:30, with more of the countdown. And again, if you have any requests for future shows, send them to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. And if for any reason the show is not up and they black it out because of some terrible owners of these songs that they don't want me to play at all, you can go to vinyltreasures.net. There is a MP3 of the show. You can download it or you can listen live anytime. It's kind of like a messed up website, but there is a tab there for the shows, and I haven't posted the last three. I'll do that today after I close out here, but that's going to do it for today. But we are going to close the show with one more record, and also thank you, Charlene, again for all your help. Charlene, again, my admin assistant that assists me with your requests, and also she maintains a database for me. I think it goes back, Charlene, to 2010 for records that I was playing on the show, and it's a big Excel file with a lot of information on it. So Charlene, very instrumental with providing me with the information that I go over and I check and I rewrite, but not all the time. But we're going to close the show today with entry number 86. This group from York, Pennsylvania returns. You heard their second release on Red Top Records, Down the Aisle of Love. Well, actually, it was their first on Red Top, but their second on Red Top comes in at number 88. This is dropping 28 notches from the previous week. Previous month came in at number 58. This is record number 86 from 1959 on Red Top Records. Features Roberta Heyman on lead. These are the Quintones, our closer for today. The Quintones with Oh Heavenly Father on Red Top. That's going to do it, folks. I'll see you next time right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Make sure you click the thumbs up and you tell your friends about it and subscribe to Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long. Have a great afternoon.